god, I'm a murderer. Because I'm desperate for money, you know? And since I'm bisexual, I post on Twitter, I would give out blow around the school for $5 blow. And I'm just gonna say that I live with some slobs. I'm just gonna point that out. The bathroom always get trash, always get like toilet paper on the toilet seat. It literally looks like a tornado hit it every time I walk into that bathroom. And it's not me, these are those other slobs that I live with. Well, I got so mad at a staff member that I grabbed a fire extinguisher off of the hinges and I blew it at them. I sprayed them all through the house and all outside with a fire extinguisher. I went and I was just saying like, power to the people, and I was spraying it all over the place, laughing like a motherfucker. But I was really pissed off because they took my iPad.
This is Devon Sweeney, a name that exploded onto the internet in the mid-2010s. Known for his rants and the chaos they left, Devon captured millions of views with a single video. In the crazy video, Devon ranted about a cab ride gone wrong. What started as a young man's outrage over a stolen iPod quickly turned into something that attracted viewers everywhere.
Hey, what's up everyone? This is me, Devon, and right now I'm going to tell you the reason why I don't have my brand new iPod Touch 5 anymore. See, I was hanging with my bestie Alyssa at her place and getting high as hell, you know, smoking up like teenagers do on pot, having a wonderful time, and then I had no way to get back because I was broke as shit. And so basically she called me a cab. And she told me that, Devon, you should totally flirt with the cab driver and ask him if you could suck his. And I have to get it on video. She told me, could it be funny as hell? And I was like, okay, I'm down for it. Because she dressed me up like a chick. I was wearing a red dress. I was wearing like everything. Makeup, lipstick, eyelashes. My hair was cut. Oh, I look gorgeous.
In the video, Devon shared his frustration with the world. Apparently, he was stuck at his friend's place because he had no money to return home, and she suggested he take a cab anyway. Upon getting to his destination, Devon wasn't able to pay, and the cab driver took his iPod. Devon, only 17 at the time, decided to pay the fare with a BJ instead of cash. When the driver refused and took the iPod as collateral, Devon's rant captured the weirdness of the situation in a way only he could.
But yeah, it sucks because the cab driver took my iPod Touch from me, reached into my pocket and took it. And then when I tried to get it back, he pulled his Muslim piece of hand away and said, oh, you ain't getting this iPod Touch 5 until you pay me the money. And he gave me his phone number and he said, oh, you're not getting this back until you pay me the $49 you owe me for the cab. I'm just like, well, sorry if I don't have money, but like, I could have sucked your and we would have been even, but I noticed something.
How could he think that would have made things even better? Moreover, at the time, he was below 18 years, and it would be unwise for the cab driver even to consider such an offer.
That never happens in real life. It seems like it only happens in videos, but in real life, that never really happens for some reason, and I would never know why. It sucks, but oh well. And now I have to try to get money again to get it back. And I'm broke as shit, and I owe him $49, and I won't get my iPod Touch 5 back until I pay the dumb packy piece of shit. His money sucks. So I gotta try to find a way to make some cash.
He argued that he should have been allowed to do what he wanted to do. After all, celebrities in X-rated videos do it all the time. That misplaced confidence and genuine frustration put Devon into the spotlight.
I found out prostitution is illegal, so I don't see why when porn stars can get paid on the internet and they don't get charged, but hey, whatever. I'm gonna try to get money. I'm gonna try my very best to get money. I would do anything to get money, and by anything I mean I would probably suck for $5 a suck and get money that way. It's the only way I can get money. I tried getting jobs and they won't hire me. I tried to hand out resumes at 4 different jobs. They won't hire me. I try at the library, Walmart, Pizza Hut, even at the movie theaters, and they deny me. They all didn't call me back. One actually did call me back and said, oh, sorry, you're not capable for this job.
Well, it's understandable why they didn't call him back. Having such a character around the workplace will be a confirmed call for disaster. But Devon's story doesn't end there. It goes far beyond a single viral video into a world of internet fame that shocked everyone. As he continued to post videos, Devon's style and his often controversial take drew in both supporters and critics. His speech impediment became a point of empathy and ridicule, making him an internet figure that people couldn't look away from. And that's where things began to change. Devon went from a young, outspoken teen with a dream of internet fame to a person labeled a lolcow. How he became a character people laughed at and judged, his every word and action analyzed by thousands. What happened to Devon after the viral fame faded? How did the internet's love-hate relationship with him shape his life?
Shoot. I scraped up his knees and arms to end after find out that he was a chick. He was a girl that dressed like a tomboy. Like, WTF, like, that's gonna become a lesbian, I bet, one day.
Devon can be very naughty sometimes. But how did it all start? Devon first gained attention online during a legal dispute involving his family, which included his father and stepmother. The conflict began when the Children's Aid Society of Canada, similar to CPS, took Devon into their custody. This decision followed a change in the severity of his leukemia diagnosis. Devon's father, who was against conventional treatments, grew frustrated as Devon had already been receiving care. The authorities, however, wanted to administer chemotherapy, which clashed with his father's belief in traditional medicine. Devon's father and stepmother, both strong advocates of natural remedies, chose to pursue alternative treatments. Instead of chemotherapy, they opted for methods like chelation therapy, vitamins, oregano, and green tea. This dispute drew media attention and the public got involved. People rallied for Devon, either in support of the family's decision or in protest of the medical intervention.
Yesterday, we exposed the tragic story of a Hamilton family caught in a life-and-death struggle with authorities. Their cancer-stricken son was forced into receiving treatment he and his family decided not to take advantage of. The father was forcibly removed from hospital when he objected. The response to that heart-wrenching interview has been overwhelming and overwhelmingly in favor of the family, while being deeply critical of the actions of the Children's Aid Society.
Devon was reported to have fetal alcohol syndrome and a mild intellectual delay. Despite these challenges, his condition eventually improved, allowing him to return home for Christmas with his family. However, Devon's father was still required to administer chemotherapy, meaning the family did not truly win their battle. To everyone's surprise, Devon responded well to the treatment and overcame his cancer just months after following the doctor's recommendations. Despite this success, his parents continued to claim Devon's condition was bad, predicting multiple organ failures and a short life. In the end, their pessimism was proven wrong, and not long after that, he created the YouTube channel that brought him to fame. Being a cancer patient who survived, it was unfortunate that some people used it against him.
I'm so pissed off right now, oh my god. I can't believe I gave up my phone number to this girl that was trying to tell me that she's going to a hospital and she got cancer like I did, and she wants to talk to me today and tell me how she got through it.
After word got out that he had beaten his cancer diagnosis, a girl reached out to him for support with her own situation. She knew him as a cancer survivor and sought strength by connecting with Devon and receiving emotional support from him.
And then I got a phone call from this doctor apparently calling me from the hospital, that this apparently girl that was in there, and he told me that, oh, hi, this is Dr. Dipshit calling. I'm like, really, Dr. Dipshit? That's your name? Yeah, whatever. This a prank call? Like, oh, no, I just want to talk to Devon. Is this Devon? I'm like, yeah. Like, oh, I'm sorry to notify you, but I got all your information on a clipboard, he said. And I'd like to tell you that she has passed away. I'm really sorry to tell you this.
Apparently, a man calling him claiming to be the girl's doctor and informed him that the young girl he had been in contact with had passed away. This is why Devon seemed very upset. However, it wasn't just her death that upset him.
And I was in shock of like, what? I just talked to her yesterday. How did she die? What are you talking about? And he's like, yeah, I'm really sorry. And then the staff heard everything that was going on in my group home because I put it on speaker, and She told me it's a prank call, and please do not call back here. If you do, you will be charged for harassment. It was kind of dumb how all I want to do is help people get through cancer and help them get through it like I did. Because I'm a 2-time cancer survivor, and if I see someone who has cancer, I want to do everything in my power to give them motivation to fight and not give up and don't give in to death like I didn't. But obviously people think cancer is a big joke when it's not. Cancer cures people. People who say, oh, drop dead, go get cancer. Are you dumb, people on Twitter? And are you really dumb that you think cancer is a joke? Because it's not a joke, okay?
His frustration was totally justified. It might have been funny to them, but it wasn't something they should have used to play a prank on him. It was too sensitive and personal. And his YouTube fans were the only ones he could pour his frustration towards. Shortly after he created his first YouTube channel in January 2009 named Devon One Voice, the channel featured Devon singing music that was inspired by his struggles. Despite the initial effort, the channel was eventually deleted, and Devon stepped away from YouTube. He did not return until late 2014, but didn't post any video until January of 2015. It was during this comeback that things began to become very dark. His first video on the new channel was posted on the 20th of January 2015.
Hey, what's up everyone on YouTube? This is me, Devon, and I'm just chilling, bored as hell right now in my room. Nothing to do, no one to chill with. Like, I'm so bored, honestly, so goddamn bored. But I hope to God my probation order goes fast. I am so sick and tired of being on probation, it sucks.
In this video, Devon shares details about his arrest and probation. He opens the video by casually stating that he was bored, so he decided to talk about his arrest. An unusual reason for sharing such personal information online. The video became stranger when Devon began listing the actions that led to his legal troubles. The nonchalant manner in which he revealed these incidents left viewers questioning his motivations and the circumstances surrounding his run-ins with the law.
Like, 2 years I have to be on probation for some dumb that I did in the past. And yeah, it was my fault. See, what happened was I was living in my group home in Oshawa. And I did some horrible things.
It was his fault. At least he acknowledged that he was at fault and admitted to doing some horrible things in the past. Well, that's one way to gain sympathy from your audience.
Like, I remember this one story where I got so mad at a staff member that I grabbed a fire extinguisher off of the hinges and I blew it at them. I sprayed them all through the house and all outside with a fire extinguisher. I went, and I was just saying, like, power to the people. And I was spraying it all over the place, laughing like a. But I was really pissed off because they took my iPad. They took my iPad because of videos I made on YouTube. Like, I'm 18 years old. If I want to make videos on YouTube, I should be allowed to make videos on YouTube.
Devon describes an incident where he sprayed his group home staff with a fire extinguisher and spilled water around the house to cause damage. This was all in reaction to having his iPad taken away due to making videos.
So I got mad, so I blew out fire extinguishers in the house. I did that I think 7 times. I got charged with mistress times 4 or something like that. I don't really remember. I also remember this time I was high as hell on weed in Oshawa and friggin' I burned my curtains on fire. Because again, I got mad because they wouldn't give me back my iPad when I asked. And I even tried to reason with the staff in my old group home. I was like, look, I would delete all my videos on YouTube and I won't post another thing if you give me back my iPad. They said, no, Devon, we can't do that because we can't trust you, nah.
Obviously, this wasn't the first time he had been in trouble with the staff at the group. He likely had a habit of going against their rules, which is why they didn't trust him enough to return his iPad. Devon loves his iPad so much that it's the only thing we've seen so far that causes such a strong reaction and distress for him.
Like, then you guys, and I slammed my door, grabbed a lighter, and I went, you, we're burning this place to the ground, motherfucker. And I lit it on fire, lit my curtains on fire. Oh Jesus! The staff came in my house, well, in my room. And they were like, Devon, what the hell are you doing? You know I'm calling the police. I'm like, do it. I don't give 2 fines to be called police. And then the fire ambulance came, the police came, and it was going to charge me with arson. Thank God they didn't that day. But then I did get charged for arson.
I must say, that's some overreaction. He's very lucky that he's still able to make videos after what he did. But what could have prompted him to react in such a way? It can't just be because his iPad was taken away from him.
And then she's like, Devon, I'm trying to clean up your mess. Can you please move? And like, here's some more mess you can clean up. And I tipped over a water bucket and made more water on the ground. Oh my god, the damage that I did that day. Oh, it was so much damage. And like, friggin', I made the floor. It was moldy too. They had to spend apparently $1,000 on it. I even got really mad this one day and I kicked down a bathroom door and whipped it off the hinges and threw it at someone's head. Hey, they pissed me off. They tried to say the reason I was in care was because my dad don't love me and I act like a you know what? You. So I got mad at the side.
Being told you're not loved at home can be very painful, but it's no excuse for Devon's behavior. He seems to enjoy causing a lot of damage whenever he's angry. This video raises the question of whether Devon is genuinely being himself or playing a character. Because while Devon may fabricate or exaggerate parts of his stories, it's believed that he stands by the sentiments he expresses. The real question is not whether he's playing a character, but rather when he is mixing the truth in the stories he shares. It seems likely that he adds details for dramatic effect, but overall this is how Devon wants to be seen. Throughout the mid-2010s, Devon kept posting on YouTube and created multiple accounts over the years. Many of these accounts were either taken down after accumulating too many strikes. What kind of content does Devon post that mostly makes him get these many strikes?
And I'm pissed off at my wannabe friend Dougie Plays. He took my iPod Touch from me and he sold it to some quack in Hamden for Molly because now Dougie is addicted to the Molly drug.
Here is Devon using all kinds of foul language, including talking about how addicted a friend of his is, to the point where the person sold Devon's iPad to buy pills and get high.
And now he's popping pills because he's a waste man. And he refused to give back my iPod Touch. So yeah, I honestly hope he dropped dead and died. Because honestly, he needed to drop dead and die and burn in hell with the devil. And he can get in the ass by the devil by his 20-inch
Why would anyone think they could last long on a platform while posting such vulgar language regularly? Devon is also wishing for his friend to drop dead because of what he did. That's a lot of negativity for one person. Devon also lost some of his accounts because they were hacked due to Devon's careless actions. He often shared his account information with random individuals and even trusted people like his friend Alyssa, which led to the repeated loss of his channels.
And I have to say, I'm angry as right now. Somebody posted a comment under somebody's, like a girl I have on Facebook, post a comment under one of her friend's photos and she saved my picture of me talking to this guy saying, do you want to send nudes? I bet you have a big. She got into my Facebook and she posted that on a comment. And this happened in 2016 where somebody changed the password on my Facebook, changed the password on my YouTube, and did an 800 number so I couldn't get back into my accounts. And now it's happening again. First they taunt me with my social media and then they take it down the second step.
Devon appears to be a naive person who trusts others too easily, often leading to consequences like being hacked or reported to his school based on his Twitter posts. He seems indifferent or careless about what others do with his content, freely giving out his password and email to just about anyone. Devon doesn't seem to mind what happens to his YouTube channels. He simply enjoys making content and interacting with random people online.
They changed the password so I can't get into it. So now I won't have Facebook anymore. I won't have YouTube anymore. I won't have Twitter. Because I'm really popular online and I have 29,000 subscribers on my old account. People think they have the right to hack me. I think it's time to fight back. I'm going to make a... I'm sorry if I look like I didn't sleep at all today. Yeah, I make myself look pretty. But yeah, they're hacking me. Somebody's hacking me and taking my personal messages that I send to people on Facebook Messenger and screenshotting it and sending it all around to people's comments.
He initially seems not to realize that there are people out there who will want control over his accounts for their own personal and selfish reasons. And for this, he has lost a couple of channels. Devon's content has been spread across 5 different channels. The first channel contained some of his most vulgar content, with Devon discussing illegal activities and being disruptive, like this.
So I got in trouble with the school. I got the cops called on me, because I posted this thing on Twitter and the school seeing it. Because I'm desperate for money, And since I'm bisexual, I post on Twitter, I would give out blow around the school for $5 blow.
The problem is that, did he mean what he said? Did he really have any sexual exchanges with kids in school? I wonder what the parents of kids in his school will feel like having Devon in the school.
Everyone knows that I deleted that tweet, and the cops came and questioned me about it and all that. But yes, the blow thing is still on. I need that money to get my iPod back from the taxi driver.
Initially, it seemed like Devon might be playing a character or making edgy jokes, but over time, people began to see signs of his true self. Early on, he seemed like any other funny teenager posting on YouTube. His content, though crude, was not unusual for the platform's culture at the time. However, one aspect that stood out was his style of humor, particularly his jokes about minors. In 2 separate videos, Devon spoke inappropriately about orphan Annie.
You know what I love? I love this little girl named Annie. She's my best friend in the whole wide world. But it's sad, she's an orphan, and her parents, who knows what happened to them. They're drug animals. They probably did too much drugs and died.
Here he was expressing sympathy toward a certain girl named Annie. The truth is, no one knows exactly how she passed away, but Devon seems to speculate that it was due to substance use.
But yeah, I feel so bad for Annie. She's the best in the whole world. But sure, she takes her pants off, Annie does, and she likes to shove those big black in and out every day and every night, because Annie is a little slut now. She's 16-year-old and addicted to meth, and she fucks everyone in the neighborhood. Now they made a remix of Annie, and now they have some black chick. Yeah, probably because Hollywood probably thinks black people are sweet and innocent.
A message that began as a sad tale about Annie quickly turned into an erotic fantasy living in Devon's mind. How could he have known all of this? This is why many people believe he speaks mostly of fantasies with little truth.
But honestly, newsflash, Annie, the girl from the movies, is 16-year-old, she's addicted to meth, and she likes to f black guys. To be honest, that's okay, but she's a hoe.
Someone from the outside, unfamiliar with Devon's story or background, might think he has some issues in his head, because this is just wild. At least no one would know who Annie truly is, as he didn't reveal her last name. Officially, apart from his speech impediment, there's no known medical issue that Devon is dealing with. Devon's attacks on minors also manifested in his vulgar comments about girls on the Disney Channel.
I hate the mother Disney Channel. Those little skank. Those little girls in those short skirts and their tits all sagging out. Put on a bra! Only reason those skank dress like that so the TV make more money. And those girls obviously want to get good and buy those Disney Channel actress and actors.
At some point, we'll have to ask Devon for the authentic source of most of what he's saying. This is a derogatory statement toward those Disney Channel kids who are simply doing what they love. At the time of recording those earlier nasty videos, Devon was around 17 years old. While it's not fair to make definitive accusations based solely on these clips, there is no denying that he comes across as extremely disturbing. Whether or not Devon intended these comments as jokes, the content of his videos crosses a line that shouldn't be taken lightly. This questions his behavior, and now might be a good time to look at his Twitter activity to gain a better understanding of his mindset. Devon's Twitter page, particularly the account named Devon the Realist, reveals a more disturbing side to him. Most of these posts were made in 2017, during a time when Devon's YouTube career was fading, and the platform was shifting towards more structured, progressive content. His tweets put into perspective the earlier jokes he made about minors. Devon's chaotic videos no longer fit this evolving landscape, and as his online presence began to wane, he turned to Twitter to continue expressing himself. This marked the last video he posted on YouTube.
Yeah, and I just wanted to say that these videos are all just for a laugh, because my life is that up that you can laugh at it.
You know, the usual Devon videos? This must have been made when he noticed a lot of negative comments and trolls coming his way. He embraced it and told his followers or viewers to laugh because that's what his videos are for. His posts on Twitter include selfies, rants, live streams, and random pictures he found online. These selfies themselves were fairly ordinary, but they provide context for the darker aspects of his social media behavior. Devon's tweets were often erratic, swinging between normal and outrageous. For example, in one 2017 post, Devon casually complained about banks being closed, 12 p.m., going to try to take out a CIBC bank loan because I need money badly. Later that same day, he tweeted, "Banks are closed. Couldn't take out a loan. Please." Another post from April 2017 reveals a hostile side, where Devon targeted an individual with racist language. "This Chinese guy is so annoying. I hope he gets shot so I don't have to hear his annoying questions anymore. Kill that." Such tweets highlight how troubled Devon's personality is, far beyond the realm of humor. It makes one wonder if he had the right upbringing. In another post, Devon shifted back to self-promotion, writing, "Got 12,045 views altogether on my YouTube channel. Please check out my videos at Devon Sweeney on YouTube." The shift in tone of his tweets, from angry rants to normal updates and self-promotion, paints a picture of someone struggling to find direction or consistency in his online persona. The most alarming post on his Twitter involved him sharing an explicit image of Violet, a character from The Incredibles, depicted in inappropriate acts. Considering Violet is portrayed as a 14-year-old girl, Devon's decision to share this content was deeply shocking. How was it possible for him to post such content without facing any immediate consequences? If this was the kind of material he felt comfortable sharing publicly, it raises the question of what other content he might be hiding. His earlier videos, which included jokes about Orphan Annie and Disney Channel girls, weren't isolated instances of questionable humor. They revealed a pattern. Devon's focus on young female characters suggests a problematic mindset that goes beyond the boundaries of humor. By the time he made this post, Devon was already over 18, so he was old enough to know better. For a period, Devon's life took a downward turn. In 2018, he lost a significant amount of weight, reportedly due to drug use, and his online activity became rare. Eventually, Devon posted a video on his second channel explaining that he had just been released from a mental hospital following an incident involving his father. In the video, Devon appeared noticeably thinner, with sunken eyes and dark circles.
And right now, if you're wondering why I'm in a nightgown, I'm in the hospital, yeah, because I had a mental trip. I tripped on my mother dad. He totally pisses me off so much. He's saying that I'm a loser and I live in a fairy tale world and I have psychosis and I'm crazy.
It was clear that Devon was going through a difficult time, both physically and mentally. This is one of those rare occasions when he lost his mental stability and became very aggressive.
To the point where I'm just like, you know what? Fine, I'll show you crazy, you dumb piece of old man. To the point where I got so mad, I put 2 motherfucking holes in the wall. I pick up a big motherfucking block from outside and I smash a hardwood floors in pieces.
His dad said some things that triggered him, putting him in that mood. He started breaking things in the house, with his dad likely in shock at his son's mental breakdown. Something is definitely wrong with Devon's mentality. He speaks irregularly and is disturbingly comfortable publishing such incriminating content online for the whole world to see.
Gone, and I threw a pot, and it almost hit my dad's head by an inch. I was aiming for his eyeball, but at least it didn't hit him, at least. Thank God. And then when the pigs got called and everything, because my dad's a little bit, he called the police on me, saying, "Oh, he's trying to hurt me, he's trying to go after me with a knife." Bitch, please, grow the fuck, you skinny piece of shit. I did not try to go after you with a knife. I tried to hit you over the head with a motherfucking pot, but it didn't work. Like, please.
Devon doesn't seem to understand the impact of what he's saying. This is incriminating. What if the pot had hit his father's head and the man had died as a result? How would he have handled the situation? He probably should remain in the mental home for a long time. He's not fit to live with sane people at all. He talks about it as if it's nothing, just an ordinary altercation with his father that involved destroying property and attempting to hurt his father.
So now I'm in the hospital and getting medical treatment. Cause I'm just a crazy motherfucker. If you talk smack, I will show you who's really crazy. Ew.
He knows he's unstable and displays it willfully and without remorse. He's even threatening to hurt anyone who tries to mess with him. And this isn't even the worst thing he said in this video.
Yeah, and now I'm in here and I told the pigs, I wanted to hang myself at the end of the month when I get paid by a rope from that Canadian Tire craft store, hang it by a tree and go and die.
At this point, if anyone in his mental state talks about taking their own life, such claims shouldn't be taken lightly. Fortunately, he's in a mental home where he can get the help he needs to recover. But how on earth did he get access to a phone and manage to post a video on the internet?
Because I just can't take all the haters out there. Like, yeah, it's funny as when it's online, but when it's in real life, people been like saying I've been like getting called a goof, saying I'm a catfish. I am 20 years old and I do not like kids. I like
You said what? Well, the cat's out of the bag. Devon has admitted to being gay and is proud of it. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but the way he dropped the revelation was unexpected. He made this admission because many of his critics claimed he was into young girls and minors, as we established earlier in the video. In response, he made it clear that he isn't attracted to the opposite sex. But does that put him in the clear?
So yeah, it's pretty sad. It's sad that I'm in the hospital now getting medical treatment. But thank God I'm not on any medications. Thank God, because that just trips me the out. And I'm not even supposed to be recording in the hospital. But oh well, it can be all little secrets.
Yeah, just as I thought. He shouldn't have been able to make a record in the hospital. He also claimed that he isn't on any medication. I wonder why. Maybe at the time he was still being examined before being prescribed any drugs.
And yeah, I did shave my head and everything because I got bored. Everyone's like, oh, you look like a punk with your long. I'll show you who looks like a punk. And I shave it all down. Well, not all of it. I want to get it nice and thick and healthy with that coconut oil shampoo. So yeah, that's pretty much why I'm in the hospital. I'm on mental health. So yeah, I can't believe I tripped my on my skinny old man.
This video is similar to Devon's earlier video about his behavior at the group home. It shows that Devon's way of expressing frustration often involves damaging property. This pattern of destruction is not unique to Devon. It's a behavior observed in others like Daniel Larson and Andrew Ditch, who also displayed similar behaviors during their moments of anger or distress. From 2019 onward, Devon appeared to be getting his life more under control and possibly reducing his use of hard substances. This was noticed on his third channel, which has been deleted. There were noticeably more uploads during this period, and Devon seemed to be regaining some of the weight he had lost. Despite these improvements, his content remained as chaotic as ever, filled with the same humor that had always defined him.
Hey, what's up everybody? This is me, Devon, and this is my YouTube channel. So anyway, it's been about 2 months since I last cut my hair and got it cut at the hair salon on November 1st, 2 days before my 26th birthday. And it's really grown now. I want to dye it blue, blue. Okay, bye everyone. I hope you all have a great Christmas. I am so full. I just ate 5 cookies, couple dinner buns, homemade buns, shortbread cookies.
As we can see, he is a lot calmer now. Maturity has made him see things in a different light.
So yeah, I'm just hanging out by a church. Didn't eat all day, stressed out, want to punch a wall, but I'm not going to. I'm coming down off of the meth. It's good. Been a month clean. Well, a month, almost 2 months.
He has certainly tried to get his life back on track. He openly mentioned being off hard substances for almost 2 months, which is commendable. He's more civil. However, he still can't seem to stop smoking.
And I just like to smoke the weed because it calms me down. I sing this little song out loud at midnight walking down through the town of Thunder Bay. I let you smoke the weed because it's the only thing that will calm you down. I rub your feet and listen to everything you're talking about. These Christians try to hang us witches because they believe we're evil, but we're here just to help
the humans. Yeah, I'm high, but that's okay.
Even though he seems better than when he was younger, one can't help but notice remnants of those old behaviors and his mannerisms.
So yeah, I really hope Justin Trudeau bring his pretty over here. Like my friend Terry, she was like, "Wow, you're obsessed with Justin Trudeau. Is true, hey?" I was like, "Yeah, no, it is. I want to give him head, and I want him to bang my name. Like Justin Trudeau is so hot. Like he makes me melt like a popsicle. I love it. But like, I don't think no one's gay in this town, so I want to keep it low-key flex. It's like a small little Amish community. It's like Amish, except they have electronics and phones. But we are in 2018. It's not like we're in the 1400s.
Devon Sweeney's online presence also featured a surprising and persistent crush on Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau. Across his various YouTube accounts, Devon often expressed his admiration for Trudeau, sharing posts that ranged from playful comments to declarations of affection. His fascination with Trudeau became a recurring theme in his content.
It's really gorgeous here. I love it. But yeah, the heat, I can't take it. I burn like a piece of bacon on a frying pan. I burn just as easy as my mommy, Katie, does. Yes, my mom is named Katie. Her real name's Catherine, but people just call her Katie for short, or Kate. She's dope. I miss my mommy. It sucked my mommy had to die from brain cancer when I was only like, I don't know, 2 to 3, maybe 4.
Maybe his mother's death when he was so young played a part in affecting his home life and upbringing. Who knows? Maybe he would have turned out better if she had been there for him. One thing is consistent in all his videos. From when he was young to when he grew older, he always uses vulgar language. That hasn't changed at all. He throws those words in at any chance he gets, just like this one.
Oh, is this thing on? Is this thing on or not? Oh, it's on. Okay, I didn't know how it worked. It's got phone. Hey, what's up, bitch, on YouTube? This is your boy Devon. And right now I'm just hanging at a park in the deep blue sea.
Devon's cycle of creating channels only for them to be deleted or hacked has continued to this day. Despite these setbacks, Devon hasn't given up. He's now active on a new YouTube and Twitter page. His persistence has even led to a Reddit board dedicated to tracking his activity and accounts. Much of his content remains consistent with what he posted in the past, keeping the same chaotic energy. Interestingly, Devon even revisited his infamous iPod story, creating a continuation that shows his dedication to keeping his narrative alive despite all the challenges.
Hey, what's up on YouTube? This is your boy Devon here, mother. And see, 10 years ago when I was 18 years old, I bought myself an iPod Touch 5, 32 gigabyte, and it cost me $450. And then I let my friend Dougie use it to listen to music on, and then he never gave it back to me. He took it and he walked away from me and went to his friend's house. And then he said it got stolen at a party. But honestly, his girlfriend had messages from Dougie saying that Dougie was going to sell my iPod Touch 5 for Dougie's a piece of junkie.
He started by giving an overview of what had happened in the past and how he lost his first iPad to his friend Dougie.
And then I replaced my iPod Touch 5 that Dougie sold for me. And then a Packy cab driver took my brand new iPod Touch 5 32 gigabyte that I just replaced because I couldn't afford to pay for the cab ride back from Hamilton to Watertown. It was like a $55 cab ride and I had no money. I was totally like going to give the cab driver up. I could have just sucked the cab driver's dick and we could have been even, but I guess that doesn't happen in reality.
I'm sure now he's old enough to understand why the payment he proposed to the cab driver was declined.
So now I don't have no more iPod Touch 5s, but that's totally okay because I'm over it. I got a nice iPhone 14 and an iPad 10th generation. So goodbye iPod Touch 5 and hello iPhone 14 and iPad 10th generation.
Devon continued uploading content until February 11th of this year, when he made a shocking claim. He had pleaded guilty to kidnapping a minor. In a Twitter post, Devon explained, "The reason why I pleaded guilty to the kidnapping charge is that so that I can get out of jail early, as I was missing my family. But I never kidnapped anyone. The person the police said I kidnapped never entered my home, and the person who said I kidnapped him followed me back to my backyard. Just because I got charged with kidnapping under the age of 14 still doesn't make me. I never did anything with a kid in my life, only 30-year-old men at the gay bathhouse." There are currently no accessible police records to confirm Devon's claim, even if he was attempting to joke about it. The content of his post is troubling. Joking about serious criminal behavior, especially involving minors, crosses a line that makes it difficult for anyone to defend or find humor in his actions. Devon's attempts to pass off his statements as jokes seem increasingly transparent, and at some point people start seeing through the cracks. Devon's popularity began to decline, and eventually, his content became a thing of the past. He seems to have forgotten that the internet has evolved, and that his old style of content is no longer favored. On his most recent YouTube channel, he posted a video detailing a private matter that shouldn't have been discussed online at all.
Everyone on YouTube. So I have an assault charge coming up December 6th at 10 a.m. in the morning. Oh, fuck me, my ass. I can't believe I gotta do that. It's really, really gay. But, like, I'm worried that the Crown and the judge might tell me I can't post anything anymore until I'm off probation and all that.
Always the destructive person, he is now facing an assault charge. Even though we don't know much about this case or what it entails, it shows that Devon's rebellious and chaotic character is still persistent. Even though he's old enough to know that he shouldn't be posting such matters online, he still did. He knew there was a likelihood that the judge would instruct him not to post online until the case was over. This shows how careless and undisturbed he is about serious matters.
I don't know what's going to happen in court, and if they make an order where I can't post, I'm going to cry and break down and might myself.
He is so disturbed about being told to stop posting that he said something as extreme as threatening to himself. This raises questions about his intentions and current mental state. Moreover, what does he gain by sharing this type of information online? Will the likes and comments really improve the situation? To me, it seems he's addicted to being viewed in a certain way and thrives on the attention he gets when he posts these annoying and vile videos.
But I'd probably just cry and get all emotional and sad and be heartbroken, because my social media is my life, is my everything. Without it, I'm nothing. And I love to post. That's like a hobby of mine, doing YouTube and posting inappropriate stuff on Twitter, like talking about how I'm gonna suck Justin Trudeau's wang wang, when I know that would never happen.
He's stuck in the past and isn't ready to grow up. If he had been posting content that was more beneficial or constructive, things might have turned out better. After the judgment was made, it turns out he was forced to stop posting YouTube for a long time due to a probation sentence.
I know I said I want to make a new YouTube video for a year and a half because I'm on probation and I have to be good. But I am being good, and I just want to say you're beautiful. It doesn't matter you're big, fat, it doesn't matter. God made you who you are, so you should be appreciated and happy who you are. And my fans on YouTube, I love you all. Mwah. No more drugs, no more weed, no more alcohol. I'm gonna be drug clean. And I just wanted to say we all bleed red, which means we should all be accepted of one another. We should all help one another. We should all be here for everyone, all human beings. It doesn't matter which color skin you are, we all bleed red. We all should be accepted for being us and being who we want to be in life. We are all good human beings and God loves us all.
Despite being a very difficult person, Devon in this video showed that he could speak positively and advocate for unity among all humans, even while dealing with the challenges of his probation. The probation has been tough on him, limiting his ability to do what he loved, ranting garbage on the internet. What are your thoughts on Devon's character from the start and the kind of person he has become? Thanks for watching.